So, Bo, tell me about this project of yours. It sounds quite exciting.
Yeah, it was an amazing opportunity we had. We shot earlier this year. It's called Switch Before Birth. It's going to be on Lifetime, October 23rd at 8 o'clock this year. And our amazing director, Elizabeth Rome, we have amazing talent, Skylar Samuels, Justine Machado, Yancy Harris, and I had an opportunity to play a great pivotal role in a great movie.
Nice. And how would you describe your character?
So my character's name is Brian Crawford, and my wife in the film's name is Olivia Crawford. It's played by Skylar Samuels, and it's basically about IVF, and it's about the complications that can happen with IVF when things can go awry, as you probably can imagine. The other couples played by Justina Machado and Yancy. And so, as these couples are going through their journey of IVF, uh, something happens, mistakes are made, and my family, my wife actually ended up carrying uh, potentially the other child for the other couple, our friends. In fact, accidentally there was a switch made during the procedure, and so really it kind of tackles the subject of what makes a parent. What makes
Right.
is it the person who carries the child? Is it the person who uses DNA? Is it the person who raised the child? There's a lot of questions that are raised from this to kind of draw awareness to the fact that IVF is something that a lot of people don't know a ton about, and it is very common. And it's more of like one of those things people don't talk a lot about. But then also there's bringing the and highlighting the issue of there is no real government oversight to IVF. In fact,
Oh, wow.
it's
I
all
never knew that.
yeah, it's all clinical. As far as each clinic can do their own operating procedures, and mistakes do actually happen. And this is based on a true story.
Oh, wow. I can't even imagine. How did you prepare for this role?
So for me, it was really important, as always, to prepare in the sense that I get to know my female leading counterpart, which is Skylar. And so we spent a ton of time rehearsing before shooting actually started. We would talk, we would zoom, we would go through lines, and we'd just get to know each other's character, each other's rhythm. That's really important, and I think that it really comes out whenever you don't do that. It's very obvious. It feels very mechanical. It feels like gears grinding. But with me and Skylar, there was never that because we were very comfortable and we knew each other very well by the time shooting started. And unfortunately for me as well, my wife's name in real life is Olivia, and she was in fact pregnant during this filming of this movie with our first child. And so, as far as getting into an emotional world for Brian, it was very similar because I was already there in my own real life as Bo. So it was really a lining of the stars, I would say.
That's wonderful. Congratulations on your new baby. What's your baby's name?
Evie.
I like that. That's so pretty. When was she born?
She was born on April the 24th.
Oh, very nice. My sister's had her baby in May, so her first baby in May. So,
Okay. Yeah, April 24th. And we filmed wrapping on April the 23rd. So
oh, perfect
one
timing.
day, yeah, one day I was home for one day, and we went to labor. So perfect time.
That is perfect timing. And she has a wonderful daddy, I could tell.
Yeah, we love that little girl. She my wife always says she's just like me, and so I was like, I don't know about all that, but she's great.
Beautiful. And what would you say was the biggest challenge about playing this role?
The biggest challenge I would say would be, of course, being over with my wife. The whole fourth trimester, or third trimester that she was pregnant. But also, when you have such an important story and an important topic like IVF, you really feel the weight because there are a lot of people depending on you to know your stuff, to be present, to be prepared, and to do a good job as to telling a story of a real life couple. So for that, it was the whole encompassing portion of it being a real story really weighed heavy on everyone, and so we all came prepared, and I feel like we're spot on for sure.
And what was your favorite memory from filming?
Oh, favorite memory from filming. I would say the we shot uh, a scene that was it's probably my hardest, but also probably my favorite as well. We shot a scene in the hospital. We were actually going through the labor process, and Skylar was, of course, on the table giving birth, and my character was, beside of her, and the level of realism that Skylar was able to portray, take after take after take after take, and you're talking like high octave, screaming and yelling and crying, and a lot of people is in a real hospital like room, and that was so rewarding, but at the same time, it was so stressful and to your nerves. You know what I mean? Like I've just shot a horror movie before, and like even though it's a horror movie, it takes a toll on your nerves after a while, and this was very similar. It took a toll on the nerves after hours of Skylar doing and giving her all. That it was challenging, but at the same time, very very rewarding.
That is amazing. And I'm so excited about this. So what else are you working on these days?
Yeah, so we have our hands in several things. I'm acting and producing in 2 television series, along with 3 movies. This was set for next year, and so it's going to be a busy year next year. But I think because everything was postponed from 2020, and so this year we haven't really stopped, filming and going and doing, and then next year looks like it's gonna be the same thing. So a couple series. One of them is a timepiece that's gonna be kind of set in the 70s. It's gonna be a lot of fun, a little bit edgier, a little bit more of a mature rating, which is can't wait to do it. Those are my kind of shows anyway. The Narcos and the Peaky Blinders. That's what I love watching. And so to be able to be part of a show that's going to be in the world that plays in, I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Nice. And what else can you tell us about these projects? Are you allowed to say anything yet, or is it
Yeah,
still super
so
secret?
I can't tell a lot. I can tell you the name of one of them. That's the series is Bloody Point. That's the one that's going to take place. It takes place in the 70s. That's all I can tell you about that one. And then we have 2 rom-coms that we signed to do for next year, and then one other drama with a writer director team that I've already worked with before. And a lot of it's listed on IMDb, but as you know. Details they don't usually like us discussing details until it gets really close. In fact.
Yeah, super secret projects, which means we're gonna have to have you on the show again so we could talk about them.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Yeah, of course. And one thing I like to ask the people I interview is, tell me a fun fact about yourself.
Oh, fun fact about myself. I would say most people don't know, but I played soccer my whole life, and then I got out of college and actually got into. My classmate was the state champion in Muay Thai, which is a jiu-jitsu. It's a mixed martial art, and so I actually started training with him and started fighting in the cage for about 4 years. And most people don't know that. They're thinking your face isn't too messed up years. I'm like, I know I didn't have a ton of fights. I had about 6, but I was very fortunate to not have anything happen to my face. Most people don't think I'm a fighter or that I can, so I like keeping it that way too.
Very nice. And since we're a TV site too, what are you watching these days?
Tell you what, I'm so excited about Succession coming back. I've always been the biggest fan of Succession. Billions is on Showtime. That's an amazing show. I'm a big fan of Peaky Blinders, like I said, of Tom Hardy's Taboo was on FX. We just finished up Nine Perfect Strangers on Hulu. Like I am a TV and movie buff. I will watch a movie a day, or I'll watch several episodes of a show a day, just kind of keep up to date on what's being made, what's in the vein, and what people are watching, particularly all the top shows. I haven't started Squid Game yet. Apparently that's like, #1 in the world or something, but I haven't started that yet. Maybe soon.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I won't ruin it, but it's a really good one.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone keeps saying, so I have to get on to that.
Yes. And what would you say was your guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
Um, Guilty pleasure movie, I would say, because I probably watch more movies than anything. It's funny. Movies for me, based on when I saw them in my life, that's why sometimes I like specific movies. So it's not necessarily it's the best movie, it's the best acting, it's the best directing, whatever. It's just the fact that it was a cool time in my life, and I reminisce about what was kind of going on in my life. So it was a movie back in 2006 or 7. Colin Farrell, Jamie Foxx, Miami Vice. They did a movie of the Miami Vice. I love that movie. No one else seems to like it. No one else seems to care. It's a Michael Mann movie. I love the way it's shot. It's super real, super gritty, but no one else that I've ever talked to is a fan of that movie. Just myself.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a very long time. Now you're tempting me to go see it now.
It's just, Michael Mann did it with Heat and Collateral. That super realism, gritty kind of thing. I just loved what he did. And of course, like I said, that time of my life, I was graduating high school, going into college. And so it was a very, very exciting time.
Exactly. So, and where can we find you on social media so we can follow all these adventures?
Yeah, absolutely. On Instagram, it's Bo_Yokley, which is Yokeley. And then Facebook, it's Bo Yokley. So,
Beautiful. Great.
yes,
It was such a pleasure to speak to you. I can't wait to do this again soon.
absolutely. Absolutely. And good luck with everything. And we'll definitely be doing it again soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You do the same. Bye.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Sam.